Crazy facts about Napoleon you didn't know. Napoleon Bonaparte is a legendary French military general and emperor who is renowned for his strategic brilliance and tactical genius. Despite being defeated at Waterloo, he had an astounding record of 60 wins and only 1 defeat. While most people know about his victories, not many are aware of the other interesting facts about this leader. In TSBVO, we will take you through some crazy things Napoleon did that you probably didn't know. Stay tuned till the end to find out. But before we continue, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it. With that said, let's begin. Number uno, he wasn't actually short. Napoleon is popularly portrayed as a short man, but he was actually of average height for his time. People nowadays tend to exaggerate his actual height. They say he was only 5 feet 2 inches tall when, in fact, he was 5 feet 7 inches. His official military record shows that he was 5 feet 7 inches, which was the average height for men in France in the late 18th century. Maybe the reason why he looked so short in pictures is because he was standing next to some pretty tall people. Take, for example, this picture of him standing next to the Swedish general, King Charles XII. Or maybe he was just mismeasured because of the lack of proper instruments to measure height back then. Whatever the case may be, Napoleon was certainly not the short king that history has made him out to be. No. 2. He had a sweet tooth. Napoleon was a notorious sweet tooth. Even during the times he was waging wars and conquering territories, he never forgot his licorice sticks. There is historical documentation showing that he carried licorice in his pocket wherever he went. He also had a special love for ice cream, and would always make sure to have some in his imperial yacht whenever he went on a journey. Reportedly, he developed a taste for ice cream when he was in America as an artillery officer with the French army between 1784 and 1787. And from then on, he became addicted to the dessert. Number 3, he was afraid of cats. Despite being a fearless emperor who led armies into battle and conquered much of Europe, Napoleon was reportedly terrified of cats. This may come off as very ironic, since ancient Egyptian rulers were believed to be the first to domesticate cats, and they held the animals in high regard. History books tell us that Napoleon's fear of cats was so bad that if ever he saw a cat in his path, he would turn back and avoid it. It was said that when he was just a young boy, a cat had fallen on him and scratched him badly. That is the reason why he developed a phobia for them. Number 4, he wrote a romance novel. Napoleon may be best remembered as a brilliant military strategist and emperor, but fewer people know that he had a passion for writing. 2. During his exile on the island of Elba, after his abdication in 1814, Napoleon wrote a 2-part romance novel titled Cleason, E.T.U. The story revolves around 2 lovers, named Cleason and Eugenie. The happy couple fall in love with each other at first sight when Eugenie saves Cleason from a dangerous situation. However, they face many obstacles in their relationship, and the story takes several twists and turns before it reaches a conclusion. Despite being a great writer, he never pursued his passion for writing seriously and left the literary world with only 1 book. Number 5, he escaped from exile. Napoleon was forced to abdicate in April of 1814, and he was exiled to the island of Elba, off the coast of Italy. He spent about 10 months here, and everyone thought that he would stay there for the rest of his life. But to everyone's surprise, he escaped from his place of exile on February 1815. How did he do it? Well, Napoleon and some of his guards scaled the fortress walls at night and got away in a boat. It was a chilly night, and most of the guards were drunk and asleep, which made it easier for Napoleon to escape. When the Bourbon king, who had taken the French throne, learned of Napoleon's escape, he immediately assembled an army to capture the former emperor. But Napoleon was too quick for him, and by the time the army reached Elba, he was already gone. Napoleon returned to France and reclaimed the throne for 100 days. But eventually he was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo, and he was exiled once again to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he died on May 5, 1821. Number 6, he influenced modern France. Although Napoleon lost his final battle at Waterloo, he still managed to leave behind a legacy that continues to influence modern France. The most important contribution of his rule was the creation of the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive set of laws that replaced the patchwork of feudal regulations that had been in place in France since the Middle Ages. The Code which went into effect in 1804, introduced a number of progressive reforms, including the abolition of serfdom and the introduction of a merit-based system for government appointments. The Napoleonic Code was later exported to other parts of Europe and even to the United States, where it served as the basis for the state of Louisiana's legal system. Apart from the legal reforms, Napoleon also introduced many administrative changes that helped to centralize and modernize the French state. He also played an important role in the spread of Enlightenment ideas throughout Europe. As a result, Napoleon is widely seen as one of the most influential figures in modern history. Which fact about Napoleon surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Napoleon is one of the most legendary emperors of all time, and despite losing his last battle, he still managed to influence Europe in more ways than one. Although many people view him as a tyrant, there is no denying that he was a genius both on and off the battlefield. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.